Okay, I will say there are 5 planets lining up this Monday.
Oh my
5
God.
You have it
planets.
plugged in really good.
Well,
Jupiter,
just hold
Mercury.
on there. Everybody just keep
Everybody
talking.
just hold on. We got
All
a
right.
whole hoopla going
Technical
on here.
difficulties.
Okay, make sure it's plugged the
I-
that's good.
Okay.
All right, are we on?
This
We're
side's
on.
This side's not in yet.
Hey!
You're not in all the way on this side.
Here we go. This is
Oh.
amazing. There's
Okay,
hands
you good?
left and right. People,
You plugged in?
Retrograde, what's going on here?
retrograde, 5
No,
planets
there's no
lining
retrograde.
up. Everything's fine. Are we actually live? This is so exciting.
Yes, we are.
There's been a hoopla. Show number 97. Starting with a hoopla, 5 planets lining up. Welcome to the Ldshepherd Show. Something already did happen, but anyways.
Yeah.
Something's gonna happen and it could be good. Something's gonna happen and it could be good. Something's gonna happen and it could be good. Something's gonna happen like we do. It would. Oh, but things will change and leaves will fall and it will rain. Transformed before your eyes with no time for chasing. Oh, why'd that have to happen? The thing just jumped out and it fell on the floor. Oh, you never know just how life is gonna go. So you jump in your boat and row, row, row. Jump in your boat and row, row, row. All right, everybody sing at home and in the audience. Something's gonna happen and it could be good. Something's gonna happen and it could be good. Something's gonna happen and it could be good. Something's gonna happen like we do. It would. Oh, you gotta aim high and go for your pie in the sky. Go ahead and trust yourself. Everything will right itself. Life's a stream, so go ahead now, follow your dream. Jump in your boat and row, row, row. Jump in your boat and row, row, row. Here we go, ready? Something's gonna happen and it could be good. Something's gonna happen and it could be good. Something's gonna happen and it could be good. Something's gonna happen like we do. It would. Oh, it's so fun to sing a song and have you all sing along with me. I've got to say, there's something about singing your own song and having people know the words that makes you feel proud of yourself. So anyways, and I hope that singing it brings you a little bit of joy and relief. Here we are. It is Father's Day. So there you go. Happy Father's Day. It is also Juneteenth, which is a celebration of after the Civil War in Texas when the slaves were emancipated. Now, I'm not sure why we don't call it Emancipation Day or Freedom Day, but anyways, Juneteenth is a little, just in case you don't know what you're celebrating the, the freeing of human chattel. Anyway, so I think that's worth celebrating. There's what, is that my political rant?
Talk about mangoes.
That's my political rant. I, at the moment, am rich in mangoes. I haven't counted them today. But, so I'm giving away mangoes to the performers, and I hope you all go home. I hope you love mangoes like I do. I feel like the trees down the road are not producing mangoes, and I have a bumper crop. And I think it's because I talk to my tree, and I love my tree, and I, plan my vacation so that I'm here when the mangoes are falling. And this, to me, first of all, they're the best mangoes in the world.
Yes, they
And so I feel incredibly blessed to have this abundance. I'm feeling abundant. I would also like to take the opportunity to invite, I shall invite you all to be a patron on Patreon. I don't know if you know what Patreon is, but it's a site, patreon.com, where you can go and support artists by pledging, $1 a show or something. And if you would do that for me, I would feel, special. I would feel blessed, because why not? There we go. What other things? I think we might as well get some guests up here. So, Les Tortugas to the stage. We're going to have to do a little bit of I get to
Finagling.
finagling. I'm going to sit at your feet.
Oh, what you let you do.
Where would you like that?
Get in and get over.
Oh,
Put that right there. We can actually, yeah, we could hand it to me first, and then we. I love this. We've got everybody helping out. Okay. This is what we got going on right here. The Tortugas. Now we can try and put that there. I wonder if it will blow off.
yeah.
Thinking maybe, oh, maybe right here would work. Or we can. This is so exciting.
In front of the mango?
In front of the mangoes. What? You want to hide my mangoes?
Oh, good.
This is okay.
That could be a euphemism for something.
Yes, hide my mangoes.
Can't
Okay,
imagine
now we're a
what-
little bit short on microphones, so
We're loud.
you
Well,
guys
those
are
two-
loud.
those
Yeah,
two are
but
the-
I mean, we got to talk a minute first.
Yeah, of course.
We got to talk about something. Tony, talk about something.
Well, this band is a real opportunity for me. I've only been in 2 single original bands before, and both were short-lived. And but this one has been a real trip. My bass playing is about twice as good as it was when I started. People were like, "Oh, you need to play this." I'm like, "What? I'm the bass player. I don't play shit like that." And I go, "Okay, I will."
And so you've actually learned something.
Yes, yes,
So you can teach an old dog new tricks.
exactly.
Now you've been playing music a long time,
Yeah, since I was 10, yeah.
and you always played other people's music.
I wrote originals starting around 17 in college, and so I played a lot of those, and I played for starting around 15 or so. I became a musician in the sense that people would like to hear me play guitar and sing, you know.
Oh, fun.
Which I never quite realized. That I was like 19 and somebody said, "Oh, come and play for us. You're a musician." I'm like, "I am?" I didn't really, I didn't know. And then I realized, yeah, I have this, when I go into the mindset, of playing music, I go into this state which apparently is cool, I mean, I wasn't aware. Lessons all the way.
Lessons all the way. And, we were having a little conversation about nerves, and you were saying that even now you get a bit cranky before a show.
Yeah, I'm never in the mood, Sometimes I am, but mostly I'm not. And I'm like, yeah, this is a pain in the ass. And then I get there, and it starts to lift a little bit when I start playing. It's like, oh, I remember, I love doing this.
I know, why, after all this time, you've been playing all this time, why do you think that you get this uncomfortableness before you go on?
I don't know. I mean, when you think about it, am I in the mood to move several large objects, and play in front of a bunch of people? No, I'm not in the mood. I never think of it as nerves. I just think of it as like, I'm just not into it. So it's a bit.
So why do it at all?
Well, because when I'm there, I'm loving it. And I mean, there's nothing better than playing for a crowd of people who are dancing. That to me is the maximum, bliss music state. Especially as a bass player, because people dance to the bass and the drums to some extent, large extent.
Yeah, but you never made it. It wasn't. You've been gigging. So you've been gigging all your life.
Well, yeah, since about 16, yeah.
And did you feel that way? Like, did you have these moments of not feeling like doing it all along, or is that building?
Yeah, when I got married, my wife had 3 kids, and so that put my art and my music on hold, But then I thought, oh, I have to keep this up, and so I took it up again. The most I've ever gone without playing with people is maybe a year, 2 years, and I got to go.
How did you meet these cats?
Open mic.
Yeah, open mics. The open mics in this town are really fruitful. I think there's a lot of
Oh, yeah.
stuff.
Pollination.
Cross-pollination, yeah.
And because of the influx of artists from other areas, do I need to hold this,
I don't
or
know.
am I okay?
We don't
without
know.
this?
Yeah.
We have no idea. You keep passing it around.
Okay.
We assume it makes the people on Facebook hear us better. That's
But-
what we assume.
The influx of, when people think of open mics, and it is sometimes the case, you're talking about people that maybe are just kind of taking up an instrument or, just would really like to kind of get out, you know. I mean, but I mean, in an area like this, we have an influx of so many amazing artists that the people that are here looking to find gigs go to open mics in order to show themselves and in order to garner a gig, which is frequently how it works. And so frequently the open mics here are very high level. And it's about time that the places started paying the artists that are there performing, because they're getting all this free entertainment. I'm totally joking.
Well, no,
Totally
I mean,
joking.
I absolutely
So
agree.
it's
And
funny.
let me shout out to the Tiki Bar
Yes.
on the main drag here, Tiki
Yeah, right.
Bar at 58th, whatever it's called, on Shore.
Sure.
Right across from the volleyball court.
Because they do right across from the bar. They have an open mic, and if you perform, they offer you a free drink. And it's basically about the only mic I'll go to anymore. I don't want to have to pay to play, and I feel like that they've done that from the beginning, and I really appreciate that. So shout out to those bars. Now, when there is an open mic, usually the person who's getting paid is the sound person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. The person who's running it.
You have
And
to
we
drag
have-
your equipment.
Yeah, you got to drag your equipment there.
Right.
But I think it's nice to reward the performers.
Mhm.
I don't know.
But anyway, just to say a little bit more, because you asked Tony
Yeah.
how he hooked up with these two raggy guys, and quite honestly, it kind of all fell together because I had seen and met Berkeley also at open mic and was impressed not only with his songwriting, but also with his the multiplicity of his talents on various different instruments and his voice. And so I suggested that I be playing bass, but Mr. Berkeley Grimble would not only be playing the mandolin, he would also be playing electric guitar, he would also be playing clarinet fabulously, and singing, and we all three sing. And I would be playing not only this little bit of percussion, but considerably more, plus a steel drum, plus the guitar. So this is a little bit of
Sometimes all the same song.
Yeah, this is like okay, I'm going to get out of the way and I'm going to let you speak clearly and introduce your song and sing it for us.
All right. So this is a tune called Mexico, and I wrote this because not too long ago I thought there was too much negative energy being sent to our, by and large, fabulous southern neighbors. And even though James Taylor already had a song by that title, you cannot copyright a title, and so I had the ability to name my song the same thing. All right, Mexico.
Okay.
Gulf slide, drift line into moonlight. Wake a dreaming tonight. Sunrise and morning light dances in time to the dream shining there in your eyes. Feel the wind rise. Mexico, oh, there's no place I've never been that I don't want to know. So yo digo hello, Mexico. En la tierra de la vida, dime que te quieres, porque te quiero. Mexico. Live. Yeah, baby. I just totally messed up my own song right
Oh, we didn't know. Well, I don't know why you told us. We didn't know. That's let me tell
in
you
case
people.
anybody out there's actually heard it before, they're going to go, wait, where's that part?
No. Don't worry about that. We didn't know.
Well, I'm not worried about it.
How's the balance? I was being real quiet because I didn't want to overwhelm the.
I think you can always be louder, Tony. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Praise the Lord.
More
Praise
bass,
the
more
Lord.
bass.
I mean, because this
Tony
thing
and
cuts like crazy. We got big mouths, and yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
okay.
there we go. Do we have any advice from the peanut gallery there on how's it sound in Facebook land? Every thumbs up. Okay, how did we come up with the name of the Tortugas? That's an interesting question.
Yeah. What was that first? We had a really fun one. Galileo's Revenge or something.
Galileo's Revenge.
Well, band names are incredibly hard to come up with.
Yes.
I mean, like I find in my experience, it's way easier to put together a band than come up with a decent name.
Yes.
Because in these days, you look online and there's like 10 of those, in this county, or something.
Yeah.
So it's hard to find a good one. So I felt like that was an
Well, and
express,
we were looking-
where we are and what we're doing.
Oh, yeah, where's our sign, Tony?
The Tortugas,
in
the
front.
Tortugas.
Okay, right.
Yes.
So, and actually, the first word is now changed. We just haven't changed the sign yet. It's salty tribal island. Is the three words that
Salty, tribal, and island.
That's
Yeah.
to express what our sound is.
Mhm.
So if somebody says, what do you guys sound like? And so we kind of looked at those words and said, well, what would be something that might be indicative of Florida, of this area, of this kind of sound and everything, and the dry tortugas are right down there. Tortuga means turtle in Spanish. So the Tortugas are kind of a salty, tribally island in a sense, in and of themselves, and yeah, so that we kind of hit on that, and everybody kind of said, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
And then we get to be dry, wet, and damp.
Exactly.
Dry, wet, and damp. Oh, dry, wet, and damp.
No,
Dry,
no,
dry,
no.
wet, and damp.
Dry, damp, wet.
Oh, absolutely.
Dry. Wait, you're dry.
I'm drying this.
You're damp. You're wet.
You got it, baby.
Okie
I already
dokie.
spiked that cup.
Okay. Well, I would like to hear another song.
Okay.
Who wrote it and what's it about?
Well, we're going to save Berkeley's for when we get up at the end. So this is another one of mine, and this is.
How come we're not singing Tony's songs here?
Yeah, I'm working on bringing one of my originals in, but
Oh, so we have to. Okay, so okay. I'm gonna get out of the way and let you guys give us another song. Off you go. Off I go.
I'm doing. I'm looking in or
Gaia.
Laura, do me a favor, get
Yes.
my capo out of my case.
Yes, I will. We'll have a little capo action. We've got you, we have you trapped on the stage.
Thank you very much.
All right, now I've been given instruction to bring this up a little higher because it might pick up the sound better.
All right.
So we're going to follow directions. Woo!
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
All right.
that was. Sometimes
The
you just
X-rated Laura Shepherd show.
Sometimes you just
Yeah.
gotta. You realize you got your butt hanging in the
That's-
wrong direction. I hope nobody's looking down. I hope y'all aren't looking down my front.
That's the
Okay.
fanny, the fanny fair part of the show.
Yeah.
So this next tune is called SV Gaia. SV stands for sailing vessel. And I would imagine anyone who's tuned in to the Ldshepherd show knows what Gaia means, but it's this this grand ship that we find ourselves all traveling through our world with, our universe. So sailing vessel Gaia, and there's a part at the end of the tune that I think you might recognize. Come on, bring this boat round, chase the sun. Here beneath these sails we will be saved or undone. Now all hands aboard must pull as one. Come on, bring this boat round. Who needs know there's but one soul living here beneath our feet? Set her free. Set her free. Come on, bring this boat round, chase the light. Let the course we steer be to seek what's right. May a peaceful harbor fill our sights. Come on, bring this boat round. So tend the line, he decides. I'll pull for you, you move for me. Let it be. Let it be. Here we go. Let it be. Let it be. If vessels are home we do not own, may we tend respectfully. Let it be. 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 Love and wisdom, let it be. 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 Love and wisdom, let it be.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Do we have any news we want to share from the
Margie Davis says, love them Tortugas, and you too, Laura.
Oh, yeah. All right, this is a good segue. segue. We're going to get Let It Be ice cream up here.
Yeah,
Perfect. All right.
Perfect.
I'm
Oh my
gonna
God.
Let you all
Oh
go.
wow, that is
I know,
amazing.
like, was
That's
it-
amazing.
And I mean, did you all not plan that?
We
That was
really
it,
did.
just
We
like-
got together with Jen
Yeah,
earlier. And
that's what I thought. I love little magic bits like that. Janet, will you join me on the stage? Might be easier to come through this way or come that way. You want to sit here? Yes, sit right. Do you mind sitting
Yeah,
on
no,
the
I
drum?
don't. I'm deaf in my right ear, so it's much easier to hear you on my left.
Oh, well, there you go. I had never noticed that, so you carry it well.
Thank you.
You carry it well. Now, you are part or an owner of, or the owner of Let It Be Ice Cream?
I am one of two. There's two of us. My
Two.
partner Tina and I
Yeah.
both own Let It Be Ice Cream. First, I want to shout out. That was an amazing, amazing two songs. Thank you so much. And I especially love the heartwarming transition into this one.
I know,
I
that was
love,
great.
I love how that just naturally happened.
Little miracles.
In some divine way.
Little miracles.
But yeah, my partner Tina and I own Let It Be Ice Cream. We're a
Yeah.
little local ice cream shop here in town, and the Let It Be song is what inspired the name for us. We have Whisper Words of Wisdom, and we have Let It Be Ice Cream on the back, and we all are about the love that it brings and so forth.
And when you first opened the ice cream shop, what you opened the smallest shop in the world. It was like a little closet.
It was a closet, and
Yeah.
I like to tell people I spent my whole life trying to come out of the closet, only put myself back in. But we actually rented a small it was 6 by 5, so 30 square feet. It was a closet located at Gulfport Realty. Stacy Bushel, shout out to her. She rented us a closet space, and the reason it was so perfect was because it had a little tiny 22-inch walk-up window, and it was right on Beach Boulevard.
Yeah.
So we quickly discovered that we could not make or sell any of our own ice cream there because of rules and guidelines. So we basically sold prepackaged novelties, what you're used to getting from the ice cream truck, but we raised it up a notch. We had Ben & Jerry's, Haagen-Dazs, some Solero, some non-dairy vegan, and things like that. So we tried to give a little bit of something to the town that had no ice cream at the time, and all with the understanding that we would try to rent some space and to create our own. That took a little while, but
Why did you want to be an ice cream seller?
well,
What were you before? Why in the world would you become an ice cream seller?
I like to eat ice cream. I was corporate America for a long time, 20 some odd years, with just following somebody else's dream and working on what they wanted. And when that came to an end kind of quickly, I was in a space of trying to decide what I wanted to do. And the two things that came to me was drive the beer truck at the golf course or drive the ice cream truck down the street. And those were my two options. I liked both.
Yeah.
But I really wanted to do the ice cream truck. Every time I hear the ice cream truck, it takes me back. Every time I see somebody with it, I always pull over and stop and buy it. And then quickly realized that at the time, mobile vending was not allowed in Gulfport.
Have they changed that?
Oh, they have changed it, but
Okay.
there's still some
That's all right.
pretty strict restrictions on where you can mobile vend.
Okay, moving on.
But moving on from that,
Yeah.
so basically we did what best we could. We opened a little window and then slowly started to look for something. And then when the space became available where we are now, we jumped on it. We rented it, and
Yep, they're right down, sort of right before you get to the casino on the right-hand
Yep.
side,
Yep.
near the in between a crystal shop and a dog shop.
yep, we are.
Dog stuff. And how long did it take you all to come up with the name of your shop?
5 minutes.
Oh, really?
It's
easier than a band.
No, it wasn't 5 minutes. Him and Han, and then Tina, my partner, said, "What's your favorite song?" And I said, "Let It Be Let It Be." And she said, "What about Let It Be Ice Cream?" And that was it. I was like, done. It just felt right. It was I don't know, and from that second on, I will tell you, everything just fell into place. Everything about the business, everything just seemed to go smoothly. And what I've realized in my life is that when it moves smoothly, it's kind of meant to be, and when it feels like it's not, then I need to let it go.
Yeah, let it
or
be.
Let it be.
Yeah, that gives me a little bit of goosebumps, a little goosebumpy there. And like so you had never run a retail, you had never run a retail shop.
I had run a retail, I worked for IKEA for 20 plus years, so I had been in retail my whole life. My first job was at my uncle's store when I was 14. I'd been around retail, I understood the concept of retail. My partner Tina had managed restaurants and also owned her own businesses of retail. So we had both had that in our background. What we had never done was our own, I'd never made ice cream before, I'd never churned ice cream, but I knew how to eat it and I knew what I liked.
So at this point, you don't make ice cream, darling. We churn it. You churn ice cream. So you are churning all the ice cream that you sell?
We churn all the ice cream, all the sorbet, and all the non-dairy that we make. We also make most of the sauces ourselves. We do all the baked goods ourselves. And I do have one person that helps me churn now. He's retired. He used to own his own shop up in the Chicago area and moved down here years ago and was looking for something to do with his spare time. Came in, gave his name and number. I was like, nope, I'm good, thank you. And then when it started to be not good in the sense that I was slammed and I was jammed, I lost his number. And so I was in panic. And
oh dear.
Thank God this year he popped in and gave his number again. And I gave him a call. And now John churns with us about 2 days a week, sometimes 3, but usually 2 days a week.
Now, how many days, how much time does it take to churn all that ice cream?
Each batch from the moment you put it into the machine takes anywhere from 4 to 6 minutes. However, the machine we have makes one batch at a time, and the prep that goes into making the ice cream takes a lot longer. We make the chocolate sauce that goes into the chocolate ice cream that makes the chocolate, we make that ourselves. The salted caramel that goes into the salted caramel ice cream, we make from scratch ourselves. And so it's a little bit time consuming, but I will tell you, worked every bit. I never realized how I would feel from a creative standpoint. I never really saw myself as an artist. I never really picked up, I owned many instruments in my life. I still own a guitar, couldn't tell you how to play it. It sits right there in my bedroom waiting for me one day. But I've dabbled in art and so forth, but I will say that when I started making ice cream, that's when I really felt the creativity came out. I love the ability when someone says, hey, what do you think about this? And they throw out some ideas for ingredients, and then it comes to fruition.
So people, so you do take suggestions.
Oh.
Does anybody have any ice cream suggestions they need to?
We take suggestions. We have had adults come in. We've offered classes where you can come in and make your own ice cream. We did it as a gift. We have children that come in. We'll have kids come in sometimes and be like, hey, I want to make ice cream, and their parents will sign them up, and we'll schedule that. Some of our biggest sellers, Chocolate Monster is one of our big sellers. It was created by a young girl who loved chocolate, and that was made out. We have 2 other. Nightshade is another one that we carry.
Nightshade?
It's an amazing chocolate ice cream with like the dark berries, the blueberry, the blackberry, the raspberry.
Oh, I was thinking nightshade like tomatoes, like the night, because people make tomato ice cream, I've heard.
We've done avocado ice cream as well.
Avocado ice cream. And one of your popular ones is that lemon cardamom.
Oh, the lemon cardamom.
Where'd you get that one?
That was my creation.
Ooh,
before we ever opened the shop. Oat milk, almond milk, cashew milk. I blend with all those different types that gives the non-dairy.
Yeah, and I guess that's getting more and more popular.
More than you know. It used to be when we first opened, it was strictly what I would call the vegans that came in. Then word got out, and now there are a lot of people that are lactose intolerant or challenged with lactose, and so they gravitate towards those. It's up and down. There are weeks when I'm like, they're eating me out of house and home. I'm making more vegan than I am not. But it's understandable. When we have challenges with our diet and we want to still have those little guilty pleasures or those fun pleasures that we have, we shouldn't. My goal is to try to accommodate everybody in some way. We can't always do it, but we try.
Yeah. I wonder if are we ever going to get up to 3 non-dairy ice creams in the case?
It's possible we could get up to 3 non-dairies. I guess you could put that out there. And we also, usually we have more in the back. So if someone comes in and let's say I have a chocolate with a nut and I have, let's say, a cookies and cream non-dairy and they can't do gluten and they can't do nuts, we would say, hey, we also have this in the back, and we would bring it out and accommodate them in the best way that we can.
And when you make an ice cream, you put it in the machine and you say 4 minutes later it's ice cream, but then do you have to let it sit or?
You typically the goal is that when it comes out of the machine, it has to. You want to put it in a hard freezer as fast as possible because the longer it takes to freeze, the more ice crystals develop and the more it's going to be like a grainy. So I usually take it immediately out. It goes into a minus 30 degrees, somewhere in that range, hard freezer. I leave it there for 24 hours. Then it comes out the next morning and goes into probably a minus 10, minus 8, somewhere in there. So it slowly comes back up. And then to dip it, it ends up going back into another freezer that sits around 5 degrees, anywhere from 0 to 8 degrees is a good dipping temperature for our ice cream.
Who knew all this? Like I had to, so you were like, you knew this instinctively, you read about it, how did you learn that you
I go to the University of YouTube.
Yeah?
And I also read a ton of books. There's a lot more science and chemistry into ice cream than I ever realized. And it's not my strength. I really didn't. Science and chemistry was probably the one thing I failed. But I'm just not a go-to for that. But I am meticulous about measurements and learning and things like that. So I talk to a lot of people that make ice cream. I have quite a few groups that I'm involved with, and there is a National Ice Cream Retailers Association, and we're members of that as well. But there's also a ton of videos out there, and there's a ton of great books. There's a lot of great artists, in a way, that have written amazing books about frozen desserts and things like that. And so I really just gravitate towards people that are out there doing it. There's a lot of great shops all across the U.S., and a lot of them have put their recipes out there, and they share them, and we just kind of wing it.
And then, but now you had to, and then you got some employees.
We have people that
How many
work with us. Yeah,
employees do
I
you
think
have?
we have about 8 or 9 at this moment right now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And are you finding it easy to get employees? Does everybody want to work at the ice cream store?
Everybody says they do. Well, first of all, we had, from the very beginning, we had some amazing people that came in. Some of them still work with us. I will shout out, our staff is incredible. They are very open. They are very understanding. The customer service, we have 3 things that we stand by, and that is our quality of our product, our customer service, and our cleanliness of our shop. And those are the things that we really put out there and probably hound ourselves and our staff about. But the people that we do have that work for us are lovely. I find them to be family. They are endearing. They want to do a great job. They want to serve a good product. And they're really fun to work with. Most of them, other than I think John, most of them are younger than me. That's not saying much though, because I'm a little bit older. But they bring a different energy. There's a different energy between working with people that are 20, and then we have some that are 30, and then we have some that are 50, and so it's a nice mix. And what I love is the way we all flow together. And I think that is something that the world needs a little bit more of. It's nice. It keeps me young to work with people that are younger. But yeah, we have great. We had some challenges with hiring when COVID finally came about and things shifted and people really started looking at, what they're doing with their life, I think, and the value of what they feel. I think there are some workers that really feel like they were undervalued, and that's okay. And I think it's important for people to be able to have that dialogue. And as a business owner now, it's something I never really looked at. I'm spending my own money versus corporate money when I hire someone. But I really do want them to feel valued, and I think that that's something that we do at our shop. We take considerations from our coworkers, we listen to them, we look at different ideas for ice cream as well as different ideas on how to work the shop and things like that. And I think that if you were to talk to our coworkers, I would hope that they would say they enjoy working at us.
They're always pleasant when I go in. I'm like, yeah. Do you have any other, what question for the audience there?
Just quickly, what days of the week are you open and what hours?
Right now, we are open 7 days a week. We open on Mondays at a delayed 3 o'clock. We close at 9. Tuesday through Sunday, we open at noon, and we close at 9. However, yes, that is correct, at 9.
And so,
so Mondays is the only day we open a little later.
So as soon as we get done doing this show, you will be open.
Today is Sunday. We open in 12 minutes.
We open in 12 minutes.
13
You can all
minutes.
go
I'm
down.
serious. Want to go?
Okay. We'll all be down for an ice cream coming up. this wanting to be, this wanting to be this let it be business and the whisper words of wisdom. Where do you come about this concept of trying to be more, I don't know, gracious to the earth or people around you? Or how come we're not just making money? Let's make some money.
I
Come on.
think that I've learned over the years that life is about flow of energy, and you talked about the abundance that you have with your mangoes. You know, you think that your tree is giving you more because of what you put out there.
I think so. I swear to God.
And I think that
There's more every year.
It's really, really easy to go out and open a bit, in my opinion, and there's ways you can make money, but how you do it and what you stand for is more important than the dollar, in my opinion. And I don't know, I'm a believer that it takes everybody to keep things flowing. Everybody says we love the ice cream, we want to come back. The only way that I can make the ice cream is if they buy the ice cream. The only way to buy the ice cream and to sell it is to hire coworkers. And so it really is a flow. And yes, we all take a little bit out of it and use it for what we need to survive and get by. And I'm not at all saying that, that we're not making good money at our shop, because we are making good money, but we're also paying good money,
yeah.
and we make great donations in the community and things like that. And I'm just a believer that you can't just hold it all to yourself. At the end of the day, you don't take it with you, and you have to keep that flow moving, and that's kind of what I believe in.
Yeah, and your partner Tina obviously feels the same
Yep,
way. You
very
guys are.
much.
I think you guys are a super asset to our
Thank you.
community,
Thank you.
both in just having a really nice little ice cream shop downtown, which we didn't have, but also your willingness to hire musicians. You hired me, and you paid me very fairly. You offer ice cream to people in need. You do all sorts of good things in the community, so I think that's really wonderful. Do you have anything you want to share with the world about ice cream or anything else?
Life is short, so all I would say is do what you love and love what you do, and thank you so much for
Eat more ice
doing
cream.
what you love and loving what you do, and be kind. Everybody's out there trying to do their best to get by, and remember, we are all humans. And at the end of the day, let's stop looking at color and race and gender and who we sleep with and what we sleep with, and let's just remember we're all human beings trying to get by.
Be nice.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I
Thank
really
you, Laura. I
appreciate you
appreciate
taking the time out of your day. I highly recommend going down and getting some ice cream. It's a nice place, and I'm going to take that from you. And of course, we will send you home with mangoes.
Thank you. And we will have sorbet.
And we will have sorbet. Everybody watch out. There's going to be, these are the best mangoes in the world. So if you see the mango sorbet in the next couple of days, you'll know where the mangoes came from. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to get you Tortugas up here for one more song. And then, we're going to get you to play a song. And then we're going to sing out of here because our time is growing short. Look, if you want to make money selling ice cream, you go right ahead. Who knew you could be a millionaire? I mean, it's like you can make a decent living selling ice cream. That's wonderful. There's so many things to do in the world. We'll get you guys back in here. So what, Berkeley? You're the writer of this next song. Is that correct?
Correct.
Do you have anything you want to tell us about the song?
It's a song I wrote many years ago. When I was first, for many years, my favorite album was "The Harder They Come" by Jimmy Cliff. That was my introduction to that humble world of music, and so this was a song kind of inspired by that. So this is my attempt at Caribbean folk wisdom.
All right.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. You start.
Oh, okay, do that.
1, 2, 3. Like the folks I walk around and hang my head. I shuffle my feet, wish I would dead. I never look up, but always down. I would never smile, but I would always frown. Each thing I do, it turns out bad. I got no friends, cause I'm too sad. The troubles of the world are mine. But this one biggest thing I find, you got to smile at the luck of every man, or you can have any luck of your own. Smile at the luck of every man, or you can have any luck of your own. I used to be an unlucky man. It seemed like nothing ever come my way. Ain't no reason to get out of bed, because it's just gonna be another unlucky day. Yeah, lots of folks I see they got it made. They don't even have to try. Oh, one thing I ask myself, why not me, oh Lord, why? You got to smile at the luck of every man, or you can have any luck of your own. Smile at the luck of every man, or you can have any luck of your own. You got to smile at the luck of every man, or you can have any luck of your own. Smile at the luck of every man, or you can have any luck of your own. Or you can have any luck of your own. Or you can have any luck of your own.
Gaia.
All right. Do you all have a gig lined up anywhere now?
Thursday at the North End Tap House.
Thursday at the
Courtyard.
North End Tap House for you
7 to 10.
localers. I think that we're coming to an end of this show. We're going to sing a song together. The Tortugas, Let It Be Ice Cream, Ldshepherd. Please support, be nice. It is, it's kind of like this big love fest around here. I don't know. The world's clearly an amazing, beautiful place, because here we all are, and that's kind of the way I feel about that.
Right on.
Let's just keep that. So we'll go out with a Gulfport favorite. I don't jump freight trains when they roll by. I don't like the blues, I'll tell you why. I go downtown when I want to smoke, and I'm treating life like a joke. I won't go singing in my neighbor's yard, 'cause he's at work. I bushel basket. Let the sun shine through. You gotta let your sun shine through. Don't keep your light under a bushel. See you all in a couple of weeks.
Thank you, Laura.
Yeah.